church. That's when all the Christians, most, let me just say most, not all, they tend to sleep. It's like, that's when the angel of sleep descends, you understand? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, the program in the heart of the city. How glad we are to be here again today. As far as this week is concerned, we want to say good afternoon to you all. Whenever you're connected this afternoon, we're glad to be here. Those watching us one-on-one right now in your sitting room, those watching us, wherever you are, in the restaurant and so on, the markets, marché A, marché B, marché C, marché Big Mouth, all of these in Bafoussam, and those watching us in the heart of marché Central, if I'm not mistaken. That's the Central Market in Boya. I think that's it. Good. The biggest market is Central Market in Boya, and those watching us at the Central Market in Yaoundé and so on. You are in your shop. Those who are busy attending to customers. Those who are just relaxing, waiting for the real moment when the customers will be in front of you. Good afternoon to you all. Thank you so much for taking the rendezvous, for being with us this afternoon. As far as the program in the heart of the city is concerned, live from the studios of NG Television, Central Mic this afternoon, it's your girl, Miss B or Lady B. You know what to do. Whenever you see my face, you just call me Miss B or Lady B. I'll give you a beautiful smile from this end. The West Region, Chief Town of the West Region, Bafoussam Ikoli. That's why we're coming live this afternoon. I tell you what, it's not the best out there when it comes to the weather. And so wherever you are, if you want to board a bus or a taxi or a bike, I don't know whatsoever, even a train is possible now, even a plane, why not? Of course. We have Yaoundé Bafoussam now, a plane with Cameroon, don't joke. Yaoundé Bafoussam, even a plane and so on. Again, to all the pilots out there, the weather is not the best, and so you will really need to either wait or you come after tomorrow, if I may say. After tomorrow, because it may rain like this day tomorrow, I don't know. But again, just to say that the weather is not the best from this end, ladies and gentlemen. We are at exactly 36 minutes after 2 p.m. the studios of NG Television, while we're getting our technician to get everything there set for us this afternoon. Those watching us in the heart of Mashimbo P. I don't know, I have a problem with market people this afternoon, all the markets across Cameroon. Good afternoon to you all. Those watching us in the heart of Marché Abattoir. Is Miss B correct this afternoon? That's somewhere around Marua, where they do, where they slaughter cow, if I may say. That's cow meat, you understand. Greetings to all those who are engaged in this very activity, to slaughter the cow there and sell the meat to us. It's not easy. Just ask Miss B to kill that cow right now. The house will only fall on me, you understand? And so plenty of courage, you understand, to those who slaughter cow, you understand, cow, the full cow, and then sell the meat to us. It's a fight. It's not easy. And so greetings to all those who are at Marché Abattoir, if Miss B is correct right now. Those watching us in one small market in the slopes of Mount Fako, that's around the foot of the mountain. That's the chilly slopes of Mount, that's Mount Fako, and around Boya Town. Good. Boya Town, it's Boya Town market. It's a small but beautiful market there, Boya Town. Somewhere up the mountain where you have Boya Town is really up there. That's around Bokwango. You pass Bokwango, you go up again. It's really cool in that area. Greetings to the population of Boya Town. Yes, Boya Town. And then we have another small market again around Great Supper. Good, Great Supper. I think that's the Great Supper market that was shifted from the old market around somewhere around Campaign Street there before you get there, but there is around OIC. Good. And shifted somewhere again down. Greetings to all those who are in the market right now. I hope the weather there is favorable, because in Bafusam right now it's cold. Wherever you are, if you are in Buddha, you are in Chang, you are in Baganti, you are in other, clustered villages around the west region, you want to come into Bafusam, come alongside your sweaters, mufflers, all that will keep you warm. And then you can as well, put in your wallets for the ladies and the men, your pockets, you understand? A lip balm, you understand? It could be the menthols and so on to keep the lips fresh, for your boo-boos, only for them, you understand? Yes, for them, who else? And so that's it there as far as, the atmosphere right now in Bafusam is concerned. And so that's it there. Don't say, Miss B, you didn't come to maybe Kai village, somewhere around Sokolo in Limbe. Yes, Sokolo in Limbe. There is Kai village there. Maybe someone is like, Miss B, you didn't come around, Petit Marché in Kai village. Don't bother. Maybe tomorrow I will come and do a walk around Kai village, Sokolo, Bakingli. There is also Idinao. Good, Idinao. There is also I think there just in Limbe, one Limbe, My Four, good. There is My Four, there is Old Town, there is New Town, there is Down Beach and so on. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll come do a walk around there. So wherever you're watching, if you feel so provoked that Miss B, come on, how can you leave maybe Loom? Greetings to you, Ivo. Maybe Loom. Then you can write to us, say Miss B and crew. I'm watching, from Loom, this market in Loom, Otwala and so on. But today it was specifically for Boya, Southwest region, and Bafusam. I don't know why I chose that this afternoon, but again, one more greetings to those who are watching us right now in Marché Central in Yaoundé. Yes, Marché Central, and that small market again around Bitem in Yaoundé, in the heart of the city, ladies and gentlemen. The question for the day, it's already there. That's the discussion forum for today. We're hoping to hear from somebody this afternoon. If you think it's a problem, why do most Christians, most of the times when the preaching time is up, that's when the angel of sleep, comes down with the back of sleep and just pray everybody's sleeping. But when it's singing time, it's, maybe exaltation time and so on, everybody is alert. Is it that the preaching has a problem, the pastor has a problem, or is it when the pastor is preaching about giving, understand, offerings, tithes and offering? We're going to find out that in the course of this week. And to all those who during, preaching time, the eyes are gumming like chewing gums, you understand? It's as if we put glue, in the eyes, and you can't really support. Maybe we're going to support this time around by doing this, you understand? Just try and do this until the pastor finish before you put your hands down. I don't know, but again, let's see how it goes. In the heart of the city, a beautiful week. We wish you all from this end. Permit Miss B go around today. I don't know why, but I really want to go around. A beautiful week. We wish you all from this end. All the best, ladies and gentlemen. Just permit my intro to be very long today. I'm thinking about you all, dear televiewers. Are you thinking about me, Collie? Yeah, that's how I'm going around. So the best for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to all those who had a wonderful weekend there, I don't know, maybe it was just so, all so flamboyant and so on. Hey, in as much as Miss B and crew will celebrate you this afternoon, think about those who had it rough. And this is what you do when you think about those who had it rough. Pray for them. Before you know it, you attract more and more blessings. And I'm equally thinking about, those who may be in the maternity ward right now celebrating, newborn babies, new family members added into, the family. I think it's a great thing. It's worth celebrating. Recently, I want to believe in Bafusam, I think we had it's quadruple, if I'm not mistaken, there for kids at once. It's a great joy for us to welcome that in the West region. And again, courage to the medical corps. It's not easy to bring forth these. I know God's hand is there, but again, your role too was eminent to make this possible. So to the medical corps, the nurses, the doctors, how they call them, those who attend to pregnant women and so on. Yeah, you know yourself, Miss B. You understand? Courage to you all in the heart of the city production room. I think you just want us to remain with you this afternoon. I'm spotting it, a miracle of being that but they are here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, production room was like Miss B, right on. Miss B, right on. Miss B, write a number sign in front of your screen there. Maybe this is not your interest this afternoon. The question for the day, it's something else. You have the numbers in front of your screen and you have the will to tell us what you want to tell us this afternoon. All right, production room, you leave me with the choice of choosing. So I should choose this afternoon. Binda, good afternoon. Happy start of this week.
Thank you very much, Miss B.
I saw you smiling and smiling. I just hope it's not the four-letter word. When you see a lady smiling all alone, just tell the viewers, are you with me?
Miss B, that's a very risky zone. No?
It's not a four-letter word.
No, that one is a very,
so what's the
it's a very sleepy zone.
What's the four-letter?
You know, everybody knows the four-letter word. What you're thinking is exactly what I'm thinking.
Maybe it's not what I'm thinking.
Exactly what you're thinking, Miss B. Yeah.
It starts with
L.
This is serious.
No,
The four-letter word
that's a very
that makes ladies to
that's
smile.
a very slippery zone. No, it's very dangerous to get there.
Why?
So,
What's dangerous? God created it all
yes,
beautiful.
Miss B, but I've never gotten there. Maybe I'll get there.
This is serious. I refuse this with all my veins. Just tell everyone, do you take this for truth? Anyway, Binda, good afternoon.
Thank you. Miss B, good afternoon. I
Thank
hope
you.
have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Mariko, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, and happy Monday. Hope your weekend too was good. Good afternoon to all our tele viewers. There's so many of you that are watching us. We are very, very happy to be with you. As Miss B said, the smile this afternoon is because of a long old friend, and it's been a while we haven't spoken, so we had to just catch up some things. And Miss B, I just wanted to talk about the textbook. Recently, when we were talking about textbook, the sales of textbooks, they were talking about the prices, and people were wondering if these prices are true. I'm happy to have gone to the market and seen that the prices are homologated everywhere. If you get a textbook and the parent wants to be as you want to argue the price, to just show you at the back, there's a price that's written there.
How much?
It's 1,800 francs.
Good.
For Anglophone, for books that I bought, for the smaller ones. I hardly saw a book that went beyond 2,000 francs, except it's for sound and word building, that is 2,500. But the other textbooks, English, French, English, Maths, and French, is 1,800 francs. So parents should not be scared going to the market. You've been scared that they buy books very expensive. Textbooks are very, very cheap. With 5,000 francs, you can get like 3 textbooks for your child.
Okay, for the primary school.
Yes, for the primary.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, for the primary school. You see that it's easy. They have made things really, really easy. It's true there are people who are there to steal. You go to somebody, you say 2,000 francs. For you that doesn't know that there's a homologated price and that the prices are on each book, you'll be fooled, and before you know it, you buy at the wrong price and you get the money. Ensure that when you go to any library to buy a book, you check behind, you check the price there, so that you'll be able to know, so that you don't get fooled as far as the sales of textbooks is concerned. So parents can possibly have textbooks at affordable prices for their children. They don't need to bother about that.
Thank you so much, Binda. That's a beautiful one. They're nice to know. You understand? If only we can mount up, efforts to be able to, get some things straight in this country, I think it will be good. And that's why we're glad again with, the Ministry of Secondary Education concerning the PTA that's been, the headlines across, every lips, not only media. When we talk about headlines, can media house, even lips do have headlines. And fear lips that have headlines. Okay, that's been the headlines across every lips. It had to do with the PTA. Fine. If the government says 25k, please stay there. No subtraction, no addition.
No addition. There was not going to be a subtraction, just an addition.
Thank you. So that's it there, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to know. I think it's high time we start working towards actions like this. That was from Binda this afternoon. We right through the program from this end. We say hi to your girl again, who is equally Mariko, and of course from this end we give you nothing but the very best of smiles. Mariko.
Good afternoon, Miss B.
Hey, I talked about lips. I didn't look this angle. I'm looking at this angle. Sorry to say, dear televiewers. This is, so serious this afternoon and pretty.
Thank you, Miss B. Sometimes to build the world, we need to be serious.
This is serious, Bina, did you see that?
I've seen it.
I didn't see that. I think I'll come for, mentorship on this lip glow.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
you're
so good
always,
this
you're
afternoon.
always free, Miss B.
Okay.
It does happen.
And it's too much with the hair.
All right.
So if Miss
Miss
B
B, you know
wears
these
it
things. Some of these things just come natural. You're the
Because-
one reminding me that it's too much for my
with the
hair.
hair,
I didn't even realize that it was
because
too much
okay,
for
so
my hair.
it's already there, you know. Sometimes you do
Exactly.
it without you noticing.
You're born with some of those things that you don't
This
even
is
realize.
serious. And that's what I was about asking. So if I put that with this hair, is it going much?
Why not? But
You know,
not as much as the red.
not as much as it. Now
Yeah.
you're talking, because
But
I'm
it's going
struggling to
break,
spot it
the
there.
hair is going to break that over red.
It's going to break
Yes.
the redness. Thank you so much. Okay, and how will brown look like? Be nice looking at me. How will brown? Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, try to really match up before we go out of
Miss
home,
B,
especially for
if
the
you permit
ladies.
me, I would say your hairdo is good.
Thank you.
It fits you very well.
Thank you. But you know, I had a problem with it.
What was that?
You know, this core. This core means I just need to put, you know, how they call it, kind of munyanga. Good.
Miss B, you know some hairdos really portray us of. That
All
is
right.
a good one.
Thank you,
It's not a
Mariko.
problematic score. You know, problematic scores, we know them.
This is serious. It looks like a pen. I thought this one is like pen.
No, not at all.
Please, do you know the shape of a pen again?
Not at all. Miss B, thank you for having me on your set
All right.
this afternoon. Good afternoon once again, Cynthia.
Thank you, Cynthia.
And to all the viewers, good afternoon and good and a nice start of the week.
Thank you.
I know that the weekend must have been tight for some people. I have a friend who always follows us very closely on set here, who lost his mom, and this weekend he was burying
Oh,
her mom.
come
So
on.
it was really sad because, you know, from every indication, we never know when the bell will ring. All of us know that the time is going to come, obviously, but no one knows when it's going to happen. So I would just say once more courage to Pascal Ko, who is always listening to us, watching us from Bameso.
Oh,
So in the Bambutus region, he's always very participative in the programs that go on air here. So we're thinking of you. You see how everybody's sad for you. So we hope you're strong enough to bear it, because one day after putting mom down, lowering mom down into the soil, I can bet you it's very difficult. When the person is still in the
Seriously.
mortuary, we still have the hopes that maybe some miracle can happen. Until then, but we know that someday we'll meet all of us.
Good.
So we are just giving you courage this afternoon once again, Pascal. Stay strong. Miss B, on that note, I wanted to talk on something I just noticed before moving into our studios this afternoon. I was
Okay.
reading through something which was talking about water which is life. And I remember there is a part in the Bible where Jesus asked for water from the lady who was pulling water from a well.
The world.
And when the lady pulled out the water, in fact, she didn't hesitate to give him the water. She didn't deny to give him the water. And by the time she was serving Jesus water, Jesus Christ asked her, had you known you were giving water to the giver of living water? So she didn't understand that proverb, because she just thought that he's an ordinary person like her. Even that he had every part of him like us. Meanwhile, inside was something really different, which is what we have today, our Savior. So maybe when I looked at that video, I watched it closely, I understood that sometimes the water we have, that's the living water we have, that comes spiritually, is stronger than every other type of water that we can be thinking of. That's maybe we'll go for, I don't want to call any type of mineral water here, but when we go for mineral waters, we think that we are drinking the purest of purest, because our monies can permit us to buy. Now, when you don't have that money to buy, you go with the tap. If you don't have the tap, you go with the stream. You don't go with the stream, maybe you go with the river and the wells and the rains. Exactly, Miss B. Even the rains, it's all of that. It just tells us up to what extent sometimes we might think that that's where we will get our strength from. That's this water, this artificial water we have left and right. That's not all about it. What is important from what I learned in that lesson is that every one of us needs that living water that flows, that never ceases, which is the spiritual one. Because once you're strong spiritually, every other thing would bow around you. Why? Because there's something inside of you that is bigger than that thing that is out there. And when others are struggling
struggling. I remember a story, Miss B, that I read some time ago, where a young lady was explaining that she passed through a very isolated road. She was coming back from work, and this is a path she uses every blessed day. So she passed through this road, and just 5 minutes after she passed, she had headlines that there's another young lady who passed, almost of her age, who passed in that same path, was raped and killed. Given that it's an isolated path, so a lot of thieves hide in that zone. Now, what she came to realize when they caught this guy who did this, when they caught him and questioned him, that is this what you do usually on a daily, on every young girl who passes around here? He said, yes, he does, but there is a lady that passed earlier, that's before this lady, and that this lady wasn't alone. Meanwhile, in her physical,
she was alone.
So she said, I didn't attack because the investigator wanted to find out why he didn't attack that young one too. He said she wasn't alone. There was no way I could attack her, because she was surrounded by some people I couldn't even dare to cross over. And that's what it happens. That's where the lady just broke down and started crying, because she used to pray, but she would think that God doesn't listen to her.
Good.
That was a proof that God listens if you open your heart sincerely to Him. So that story really touched me particularly, because you hear lots of things happening around the world and it will never happen to you, but you are still complaining about your own self. You are complaining about your leg. Oh, my leg is folded. I would have loved that my leg should be straight. Look at the kind of minute thing you're crying for. Meanwhile, somebody somewhere doesn't even have the opportunity to have a roof over their head or even food to eat. So that's what pushed me to talk about this afternoon, Ms. B, that sometimes our priorities might be very different from other people's priorities, but let's learn to just peep into other people's priorities and see how they're suffering. Then it will boost us to be stronger. So I just came this afternoon to encourage somebody who might be going through worse, Miss B, and thinking that it's really, this is my worst. This is not the worst. It's just a process. So if you accept that it's a process, then you come out of there strong. So that's what I had to share with us this afternoon.
This is serious, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mariko. You came prepared, for real. You know, I was talking about preaching today, honestly. You really came prepared.
I just laughed at
this is, yeah. All right, I think that's very important. Sometimes when you look at what some other person may be going through, it can act as a booster to boost up your own faith. Like the little story you just shared there, the living water in that lady, I'm sure that was what put her through. And when we talk about the living water in her, I think somebody maybe want to water. Is it the water we drink? It's the word of God.
Absolutely.
It's the word of God. And
you know, when she said water, the first time I thought it was water that I was drinking, because she said mineral water. I didn't get it. No, it seemed like I tell you what's happening. You must have thought the same thing.
Thank you.
In where is the enlightenment that?
Good. Yes, so she has made it clear. It is the word of God. But it doesn't mean that water too does not count. Water has a role.
Very important.
I mean, the real water to go read
Let's
the Bible.
Let's not dehydrate ourselves because we are looking for the
living water. This is serious. All right. Thank you so much, Mariko, for that exhortation. Now, we just go straight from where Mariko just ended this afternoon into what happens in church. I think it was a beautiful one. There, Miss B tried to, even blink the eyelid. It was not going. Of course, I was really following you, and I was really following Mariko. All right, I think this is serious. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're still there. Okay, we're talking about the living water, and we go straight to the question for the day, in line with where Mariko just took us this afternoon, Miss B or Lady B. Why do most Christians, most of the times tend to sleep during preaching time in church? We want to say hi to you, Kelly Z. That's Kelly Z. Thomas. Greetings to you watching us through the social media page. We would love to know where you're greeting us from and when you're writing from this afternoon. Okay. Kelly Z. Thomas, this is serious this afternoon. The girls, will put it in front of the elders this afternoon. They go through it and see what we can do there. All right, Mariko, I'll continue with you in terms of the question for today. But mind you, the business corner is present. The kitchen department, Binda, of course, when you hear Binda, know that you smell something good from the kitchen this afternoon. The Binda with all, humility this afternoon. Miss B, be humble this afternoon.
Okay.
Be late. Oh, come on. Miss B,
Miss B, you say you don't want pile now.
I've already promised you all that you're going to smell something, beautiful.
It's not pile.
Binda, let the cat out of the bag now.
It's cocoa and it's so blanche.
This is serious. We're going to Mount Fako. Miss B has just
No, it's not
warned
the
you.
same thing. I'm going to.
No, but Kwakoko is there. It's the same. Cameroon, cultural diversity, unity together. Was that living together and unity in
The
diversity.
unity in diversity.
Thank you so much. That takes us to the peace, and unity monument that was set up in Yaoundé.
Yes.
All right, we'll talk about that maybe towards the end. Mariko, I think there's a problem. It's a real problem, even though we're smiling. Most often, I don't know if I'm lying. Miss B is correct. Have you noticed that during preaching time in church, that's when the angel of sleep descends?
Miss Bell,
Very heavy.
it's heavy. It's heavy, yes. Even pap. Yes.
No,
it
for
comes
Pap,
in pap.
Miss B agrees.
That's cash, yes. It will give you some sleep. So
Okay.
sometimes it's not really about the preacher, but the preacher too can contribute.
The preacher too
Yes,
can
he
contribute.
can contribute because if he's extremely boring, you see, like just few minutes before we started, I was talking about a story. What made you to be attentive about that story is because inside the story I brought in another story
Good.
that caught your attention. So sometimes preachers don't use this tact. They want to be too how can I put it, theory. They are into theory. And then another thing is that Miss B, sleep could be very contagious. You could be seated next to someone who is already
This
sleeping.
is very serious. I agree too with this
Inside
point.
church, someone who is sleeping, it can it's very liable that you too start feeling dizzy. There are many things that are contagious. Even just the fact that you're sleeping by someone, you can start sleeping too. Even cough, you can start coughing too. If yawning, you can start yawning too. If you've watched very closely
Very true.
in our lives, our daily lives, it's always that way. So those are some of the things, Miss B. So the angel, I don't want to accuse him because poor angel is there to wake everyone up. He cannot be there to call you to sleep. But if you don't respect some of these things, okay, he will pamper you to sleep very well, and they'll just wake you up to go home since you came to sleep.
When the pastor says amen, you say amen.
Yeah.
America, what about repeating the monotony too is a problem. Familiarity breeds empathy. Repeating the same preaching every Sunday, don't you think it's every Sunday? Don't you think it becomes some? At one point in time, come on, just imagine every day Miss B is eating these Hawaiis.
Miss B, you're right. That's why I said earlier that there are some preachers that make preaching really boring. I'll still come back to it because some people are good in sharing the word, but they don't know how to make it interesting.
Okay.
Yes, because I remember my pastor, this one time he'll be preaching and you'll see him jump and he'll demonstrate things and you're laughing and passing out. Seriously, if you were
Difficult to
sleeping,
sleep in that
yes,
setting.
you were feeling dizzy, it's finished. Sometimes he makes it very participative. He gets into the crowd and he talks one-on-one with people. If, for example, he notices that you're sleeping, he'll start calling your name. Like, he'll call you. He's not calling you like he's calling you that you should wake up, but he's calling your attention on what he's saying. Like, did you hear what I just said? And he's not asking you a question to answer, but once you hear your name, you must be alert. I mean, you must wake up and be alert. So there are many methods that you can use so that you fight sleep. But as individuals, sometimes we get into church, we are very disinterested. We are far away. We are in church, but our spirit is not in church. We are thinking of what would I do after church
All our
service.
problems.
Yes, my finances are breaking. What would I do with that job? What would I do with that child who is sick? What would I do with that stubborn child? What would I do with that husband that is really never just... There are reasons.
This is serious. Thank you so much, Mariko. By Friday, just keep connected. You understand? By Friday, we try to go and seek solution. It's a problem. Nothing to do. Maybe, like for example, Miss B, I'm going to suggest, please, let your, what's that, mullahs keep walking up and down so that you not sleep. But again, somebody will say chewing in church too is not good. So finally, what do? Maybe Friday we'll talk about that. Binda, I turn over to you. There are lots of things. Mariko has given some there, but why do you think most often in church? I don't know. Have you noticed it even?
Yes, you just at one point in time you just noticed that you started yawning.
Have you been a victim? Maybe I've been a victim.
Maybe you need to ask if I've been a victim, because it's something that I know many people go through. You just notice that you're yawning, then you be like, when that is they say, yes, sir. You are saying yes.
And when the crowd says amen,
he say amen. You be like this. You sleep and you open your eyes. It's not as if you're hearing what the pastor is saying, but you're sleeping. There are situations that happen like that. Most of the time, as Mariko has mentioned, a majority of them. I just wanted to add something else. Some people make their preachings very long.
Okay. Long preaching.
Very long.
That's number about 10 I'm jotting.
Yes, very long. At one point in time, the person is no longer assimilating the information you want to pass out to people. Some people are preached for 2 hours. Some people preach for 3 hours. For long hours. And the worst part is that it's not interesting.
Okay, the worst part is that it's not interesting. Vinda, you continue. There's a problem. Some people make the preaching so long. Somebody asked that, okay, if the preaching, ladies and gentlemen, had to take 2 hours and so on, if you were in a bar for 2 hours dancing and singing, would you be tired? But why is preaching now becoming boring for 2 hours?
Miss B, I like that question, because at the beginning you said when it's time for singing, people are really awake.
Thank you.
It's the same thing like when you're sitting in the bar. You're not sitting in the bar and there's so much noise.
There's so much noise, but there's noise in churches.
They're
doing preaching.
The person is talking. Preaching, the person is
one
talking.
Person is talking.
One person is talking.
In the
bar, there are so many people talking. You're not even sitting all on the table, and then there's this noise there.
And then the power of bottle.
There's just something also in front of you that is. It's true. Many people compare that. Why do you sleep in church but you don't sleep in the nightclubs or in the bar? That is a very restriction, and we cannot compare those two things because they are two different sides, and in fact it's a matter of choice. As I will say it, because somebody can still not sleep in church and still go sleep. There are people in
front
bar,
of their bottles.
Yes, some people sleep. That means instead of the loud noise, they are sleeping.
Good.
But you ask yourself why they are sleeping.
Like that point.
That's the first point. The second point is that some people work in the night and they wake up in the morning and come to church. I've seen so many cases like that.
Tired.
They are tired, but they want to come to church. Absolutely. At that point in time, they start sleeping. Some people, they don't have a reason for sleeping. They just sleep. That means anytime that anything, they don't like to sit on one spot like this. My mentioned this, I'm not wrong. They don't like to sit on one spot like this. It's not their time. When they sit like this, the next thing is they get comfortable and they start sleeping. That's generally what happens. So there are many things that goes with people sleeping in church. It should also be a way for us to encourage those who are preachers to make their preaching interesting. There are people who preach for 15 minutes.
They will hear you on Thursday.
There are people who preach for 15 minutes.
Good.
But
excellent. It's so rich in the way that
the message goes through. Some others, they read. They don't preach.
Okay.
They read. It's true that you have to.
What about those who recite and the crowd answer?
Yeah, some people recite and the crowd answer. Whereas it's supposed, I think their preaching is supposed to be, because that's the highest time people sleep, doing preaching. In other times they don't sleep, singing and all those things, they don't sleep. When it has to do with preaching, it has to be the time where you're sharing the word to people. You have to make it interesting. It's true that it's important to write down, but you should not just read. You have to jot one point, then you elaborate on it. That way it makes people to be interested. Like my cousin, you use examples.
Good.
You use examples. It's true people don't like the fact that you use examples of their lives in church, but it can be a solution.
No, excuse me, of their lives, so please. Everything in life are people's examples.
Exactly.
Except when you make it so direct, because this person talked to you yesterday and you make it, I think that's bad. Every other example,
even
are
if
people's
you make
examples.
it direct, I believe that you're going to tell this person about your problem because you also want to help another person.
Good.
We have people who explain their problems online. They say, look, put it, they should be anonymous, but I want to help another person to have a solution.
I think we need to understand that, because we don't understand, we start accusing them.
Exactly.
But Binda, I'm still with you.
Okay.
There is a problem. I don't think to this preaching thing, not everybody was called for it.
Yeah. For that, you're very correct. It's not everybody. Not everybody has called for preaching. It makes me remember the other day I was coming back from church with my mother. She was trying to compare two pastors. I told her that this pastor thing, some people went through training, some people had the calling.
Some were born with it.
Some were born with it. If you look at these three chains of persons, you will see that it's very different.
Good.
Everybody has his own way of doing things, and it's not the same. And it's not all of them that's interesting. That's what I was trying to explain to her, because she was trying to compare to. I told her it's not the same thing, and it can never be the same thing. Some people just do it because, I'm not trying to insult it, sorry. Some people just do it because they don't have a choice. They don't have a job to do. They don't
Well,
have
it has
any-
become a source of, I
Yeah,
didn't finish.
Exactly it. So since they don't have anything to do, they get into doing it. So when they go now, they just do it because they have to do it.
Yeah, some
Not
people
be-
get there for fame, minus boom, fame, and so on.
You know, there's so much respect that's given to pastors.
Hey, this is serious.
Obviously. So it's not everybody you are a pastor.
Some
but
sort of, bonuses, like a house, prestige, merci beaucoup, a house, and you understand.
some are even giving cars, Miss B.
That one
So
thing.
there's so many things that are given. And so it's not everybody that can stand on the pulpit and possibly talk to people.
But they're talking about that, and why would those who know, that this person can do it very well? Because you can still be called for that, but you were not born for it. But maybe you were called to act as an advisor to that
Another
person.
person.
Why don't why most often there is this tendency, because this person does it more than you, they start striving.
But you
Even
see,
in the house
you
of God.
talked about fame, you talked about prestige, you
Why
talked
don't-
about
but this is the
power.
house of God,
People
where
want
we
to
need
be
to
seen.
see models.
No,
not
people-
players.
No, it's not that. People want to be seen. Like, no, I could stand there and preach to the people. I could stand there and talk to the people. You think there's anybody that can do that? You will see that it's not everybody that can stand there and talk. Even if two people stand there and talk, you will be able to make a difference. But some people have ceased it to themselves because they want to be seen. It's the same thing like people singing in church. You will notice in the choir, it's just one particular person that sings.
I know this one too is another one.
Yeah, one particular person. Whenever they want to say sing, the person has already sing.
Whereas there are people sitting there who can even do better.
I am in that kind of choir. In
This
church.
is serious.
And yesterday, I wasn't in church yesterday, and they were complaining to me about one person in our choir. People in church have been complaining about one person
Okay.
that is doing the same thing like that. You can imagine that situation that happened. It's the same thing like preaching. People want to be seen, they want people to see them. Whereas there are people that are better. If you know that somebody is better off than you are. I attended a wedding, Miss B. It's a lady that was preaching. The way she preached, she said, I'm not here to talk about you people having a good wedding or this. I'm here to tell you the truth on what you should do with your marriage. She's telling you what exactly you need to know. Because people want to hear this, your marriage should be fruitful,
This
your
is
marriage
serious.
should be this, will be that. That is not what people
Okay, so
want
from
to
the preaching we know who is who.
we know exactly who is what the person can do.
Because I think we are not refusing that you don't need to bless the marriage, that the marriage is going to be, and you need to equally tell them this is what you ought to do. But I think, it should be clear. The person who is for your marriage will be superb. We are d'accord.
Yes.
The one who is for, this is what you should do. Because one person cannot say everything.
No, it's true. No, not one person cannot say anything. That is very correct, Miss B.
Okay.
You should different people. There are people, in fact, what I possibly add again, Miss B, is that if you know that you're not good, you don't go back and do some, prayers again, and then the spirit get into you before you come and stand up.
Okay, how do we find out? I think from now henceforth, if you're watching us, you're a pastor, you're preaching, check the eyes of your Christian. If they are sleeping, don't, most often they hit hard on the Christians and forget. Let's check here before we hit hard, stand up. Why are you sleeping?
Some people call names.
If
even,
there is
Miss B.
father that you should stand up, Miss B, you will go and never come out.
Thank you. I turn over to Mariko. This issue permit us trash it today, because in the course of the week we'll come now to see how we can ameliorate the situation. It's not enough talking about the reason. I think it's enough. We're talking to a number of persons that try to help the pastor help you too. You understand? Mariko, there's this problem. No, seriously, we asking this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, why do most Christians tend to sleep during preaching time in church? I tell you what, most people will
when you say everybody,
will say we are victims.
Maybe they did it.
We are
to them.
victims.
Miss B, if it happens repeatedly, there's a problem.
That's why I'm saying that don't just hit hard on the Christians. Oh, you people are sleeping. Oh no, please check if it happens often, because not every day the Christian will sleep. The day that is very interesting, they too will feel it.
Absolutely.
No, but you are the see. I think my focus this afternoon is the pastor, not even the Christians first.
Okay.
You, the pastor, you need to anyway. There's a problem. Most often, I suspect these Christians. So I'm sorry to say, when the pastor is preaching about giving tithes and all. the sleep just descend. You understand? Why that period of tithes and offering? Seriously,
Miss B, there are topics humans don't like. Let's be
okay,
honest.
there are some
Yes,
topics too.
that one humans don't like some topics.
So what
we
do they
as
like?
humans,
No, give us
they
example.
like it when it's prosperous. Yes, when you're talking things that would they will feel
You know,
they'll feel like
whoever wants you
grace is coming, you
to
know?
collapse, that person will collapse in your place. Amen. They will not sleep.
Miss B, you're right. Because sometimes you see, like, there are some people that will just wake up from their slumber and they are clapping because they've seen everybody clap.
Good.
Because they are not really inside there. But like you said, there are some topics that are really not interesting.
Okay, so one of
that
them.
was a good one. Because truly, I remember one time the pastor said, my pastor said, the church is quiet because I'm talking about sacrifice.
This is serious.
And I realized that it was true because the sacrifice he's talking about was really feeling, in fact, it was like you're pointing fingers at people and they are feeling connected to that message and they are feeling like you're talking to them directly. They are not comfortable with that. Anyway, it's just normal that imagine that you are making an error every time they come and tell you that this is your error, and the way they tell you to, it might matter to you. That's an error. It's his role. He's just in his role to do that. I mean, the pastor is in this role. To me, I don't see any problem with that, even though it touches me. But I don't see any problem with that because it's good. That's the best whip. Because if you don't say it that way, there are people that will never shake their
And
finger.
I'm already suspecting the Japanese handbrakes.
They will never
the
shake
ones
their
who sleep
finger.
more.
To do anything. So sometimes we need raw pastors that's raw in their talks, because some people spend their time decorating the words because they know that so and so chief is seated, he has to give me so. You know, honorables are inside church, all kinds, there are categories inside church.
Yay.
So you're scared of spoiling your relationship with them. Miss B, you said something earlier about using examples in preachings, and I remember there's somebody who went and attacked a pastor at the end of church saying that, who told you my story? Meanwhile, this pastor had never ever spoken with this Christian one-on-one. So when you were highlighting that point, I said this is a good one because this is what happens on a daily. These are stories that are similar, and you can be talking about someone else's story and another has lived the same thing and they start feeling like you're talking to them. So it happens.
It happens. Thank you so much. You know, I'm really stuck right now, and I don't even want to take reactions. Let's see how it goes. You know why? It's a problem. Seriously, it's a problem. And when we get to church, I think we go there for our goods. Sometimes it's really difficult to control this sleep, but again, we want to find out the reasons why and how we can really make it work. And so, all the pastors out there, high five. You understand? Greetings to you all. Keep praying for us. You understand? We are with you all. You understand? Yeah, Christians, you have to give a helping hand to the pastor. The pastor again, I think we need to work more on the message. In fact, let me just drop it like that. We don't have time because there are more, more things to talk about that, but we don't have time. So the reasons are so many. There are so many, but again, it's not weighed only on one person. It has to do with the congregation and the pastors themselves. Thank you so much, Mariko. I think we just go straight, since we're already 18 minutes after 3 p.m. the studios of NT Television. Let's talk Free Noah.
Yes, Miss B.
I used to hear Bindas Free Noah.
Free Noah.
All right, the black,
in English, sorry.
Yeah, the black plum. Here we go.
All right. Well, I know it in French,
Thank
rather,
you.
but I don't know it in English. But I know it.
We've
anyway.
translated it.
Yes, we've translated it, like you said. Good thing we are in the bilingual country.
Thank you.
So every one of us is bilingual. Thank you, Miss B. We'll talk about the sales for this black fruit that is generally found on the market, and it equally goes through the same procedure like plums. So it happens to be brothers, cousins to plums. Now, during this season, I've not seen it so much during this season, Miss B. I don't know.
Don't you think it's still coming? Because we just started spotting in around Bafoussam.
Absolutely. That's why I'm sure the sales would really be very costly now.
No, good.
Yes.
You're right, because I happened to buy a little today. I'll tell you what, they counted it, for 50 francs and tied on paper. That's the tell how many.
Wow.
Not even in a plastic,
Wow. That explains.
This is serious.
This case.
And I looked at the paper. The way I looked at the paper,
it's quite scarce, Miss B. Anyway, on the market right now, in fact, with 50 francs, like Miss B, you just said, You just bought yours for 50 francs.
Thank you.
You know, it means that even, I think, in those days in primary school, we used to buy this thing even for 25 francs. You even go and you just need to have your bargaining power. You speak well with the person who is selling, and they'll sell to you well. Even with 25 francs, they'll sell to you. But given that this is not the season in the West region, we are going to propose to you that yes, if you love this, because this generally passes like, as we say in French, amuse-gueule. You can just put it in your bag. You eat when maybe you're doing an activity that is too stressful, and you need something that will calm you down, and it gives energy too, notwithstanding. And after you eat, you always feel kind of full, but it will never replace real food. This black fruit now on the market, like I said, the prices they vary from 50 francs, 100 francs, and upwards. For those who want to go into these sales, particularly in the market, it's good to go to the bush markets. If you know the bush market of your town, go there to buy this, because if you buy in town, you have hitches, Miss B. They might sell to you like they're selling someone wants to eat. Meanwhile, you are going to resell again. So if you want to have gains, please move towards the suburbs and get them from there, because you can get them even in 5 liters, 10 liters, 15 liters, and big bags. So it just depends on what you have in your pocket, and you'll be good to go if you have to do your business in that light.
Thank you so much, Mariko, for bringing this afternoon. This is the season. We're still spotting it, like Mariko mentioned. We're still spotting it. It's not really, all over the town, but I'm suspecting a few weeks from now you have it all over. I know of someone who can eat the whole of, what you just served us right now, all that tree. Within an hour.
He or she was born.
Loves this, but it's good. It has a beautiful, unique taste in the mouth more than the other plums and so on. I remember Binda said some time ago, we eat it with bread. Is it bread? There was something you say, is it corn fufu?
Corn fufu.
Corn fufu, Mariko, can you remember that? Corn fufu, and I'm still imagining the taste of this and corn fufu bread. I think it's excellent. It's still plum and corn. It's plum and corn. All right, Linda, take us to the kitchen corner.
Yes, I'll take us just to add more on the black plums. For the 15 liters is sold from 5,000 going upward.
Good.
It's very expensive now. In periods where we have so much, we can get for 3,000, 3,500.
Really?
Now 5,000, 7,000.
It's a huge gap.
Yeah, the difference is really so much. That's why the retailers sell it really expensive. For this afternoon, for our kitchen, I want us to do kwa cocoa. The way they do it here. Miss B was much interested in it this afternoon. Miss B, this kwa cocoa, it's at the palm oil added to it.
But the one, okay, I'll still eat. All these guys cocoa, the mountain people and cocoa.
It's very different the way they do it this way. I know the way they do the other way. I haven't had the opportunity to stay there for a while. So for this one, you grate the cocoyam, then you add palm oil like this. You mix it before you tie inside the leaves.
Good.
Some others will add the palm oil inside of it. You cut the quantity, put it on the leaf before you mix.
That's too much work now.
Yes.
When will you finish?
It's better. So it seems as it's difficult for you. Inside the bowl, add the palm oil, you mix it together before you tie it inside the leaf and cook. Others will tie inside plastic this way. That means double the white wrapping. Then they put so much water. They put water that's right on top of the pot.
I prefer the leaves.
That's the way they do it. That's what most people do when they don't have leaves. To do it this way. And this meal, this pakoko it cooks for so long. It takes a lot of time to cook. Then for the soup, you get your groundnuts. There are 2 ways in which you can do this. It's that you boil the groundnut. You see there. You boil the groundnut to do, and then you peel and you put garlic, ginger, pepper. You go and grind, or you just peel the groundnut. That means you soak in water. You peel with your hands. Then you go do it. For this, tomato is not added to it. You put onions on fire. Then the next thing you put your groundnut, then you add water.
Good.
If you want to use fish, dry fish, you put the onions, you put the dry fish before you put the groundnut. No tomatoes. You see there inside that, you see that it's fully pepper that's inside. Then you're allowed to cook. Then you add maggi and salt when it's well cooked. Now it's preferable to do this with refined oil. so that it's white the way you want it to be.
Good.
So it's whether you use meat or whatever you want to use, you don't put tomatoes. The white will be exactly like this one. Sauce blanche.
And this was this at the other side.
It's called kwakuku.
I said, also right again.
Yes, it's red because of the oil that's added.
Finally, is it Kwakuku Bible way eating with the sauce?
It's kwakuku itself means bean that you eat with sauce blanche. Sauce blanche is the only thing that why it's called sauce blanche is because tomato is not added to it.
Good.
And the granite is that boiled or it's peeled that way. Some people fry, but it's something else.
The granite.
Yes, some people fry to make the sauce, but it's something else.
Okay. Very cool. You know, Miss B is used to, just do it white. White. And you do the banga soup. Oh, come on. You can eat for Africa. You understand? But you won't even notice where the food will pass. But this way, but I think it's still good. Yeah. And the reason for adding oil.
It's often believed that it's just to change the color, so others is because it scratches.
Okay, we want to kill that itching nature of the cocoyams. It's still good. And this is the Bafang. Did you say Bafang?
Yes, Bafang.
Bafang people. How is it different from the people from Manfakona? You see, Cameroon. That's what makes us so unique from this part of the globe. I think it's good. It's good. When you climb over to the people of the Kupe Maningoba division in the southwest region, you realize that Kupe Maningoba subdivision in the southwest region, you realize that they will do the black soup and the fufu. You go to the north, you realize other subdivisions that they will do the same fufu with the yellow soup. And so finally it's within us, you understand? Cultural diversity and living together in Cameroon. Cultural diversity. The Mokwe people will do that, no oil added to it, and they will go with the banga soup. The Bafang people say no. But this stuff is good. Sometimes they put okra there.
Yeah, some people do put okra. We do okra tomorrow. This one is just so black.
Maybe I'll try the okra.
Miss B was in the haste. But with okra it can be.
Okra is most of the time done with fried ground.
Fried ground. Good. Thank you so much, Binda. And tomorrow I'm looking forward to have that served for us in the program. But again, my focus is okra. This is the season we haven't it.
Yeah,
some people are harvesting cocoyams. Somebody, I don't know about cocoyams.
Cocoyams we're having because we have the new one.
The new one.
The new one. The only problem is that it gets bad so fast.
Good.
If you're not careful in the market,
With the rains.
you should go and buy. When they put it like when you take it, you scratch it to see if it's not bad inside. You will notice that it's brown on the spot.
Okay.
If you're not careful.
Why? Is it the weather?
It's because the weather cannot continue for so long, cannot stay for so long because it's wet. When water gets to it, it's not good.
Thank you so much. So we look forward to have this same meal served to us tomorrow. By this time around, okra is going to be added there, and I want to believe it's going to be good for kids. They can easily digest it. Just send that thing down and it's gone. It's a good one. Thank you, Binda, for that cuisine. I think Miss B, I was thinking of pile this afternoon, but no pile. It's still good. If you were thinking of pile equally, don't mind. Pile will come up maybe next week or weeks after. Weeks after next week, you will have that served to you on Saturday. All right. I think today or this week we go talk on pains on the nails. Some people will say arthritis and so on. Pains on the nails, the ankles, some spots in the palm, and so sometimes around the hip and so on, that pain. But I think we'll elaborate more on this tomorrow because we're already 28 minutes gone to hitting 3 p.m. 3:30 from the Zen. Pains on the knees. Pains. Most often, let's just think on 2 possible causes of this pain. You understand? It will depend on feeding habits. Yeah, feeding habits. I will emphasize on that. Most of them, some people may think that no, too much weight and so on. I tell you what, not only that, feeding habits. Why do I say so? Remember, the body needs, balanced diet. And with age, with time, when the ligaments, they wear and tear, let me say that way, the ligaments as connective, what's that? Bones now. Ligaments, Miss B explain now. What is connecting, your legs to your laps, if I may say, around the knees, they are called ligaments, you understand? So with time they wear and they tear, whereas they depreciate, you understand? With age, with time, and sometimes too with the weather, and sometimes too with the feeding habits. And so when it's not balanced, talking about balanced diet, you stay on that carbohydrate, we are just switching from I remember sometime in there you talked on someone will buy black, is it something to go eat with corn fufu, and they will come again to buy to go eat with corn fufu, plums, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, good. You stay on, to the roast cocoyams, for example, plum. Tomorrow you say, no, I did cocoyam, let me take, you understand, roast yams. I see people roast even yams now with plums. I said, no, feeding habit too matters. I think by Friday we'll talk on how to feed, because you will need to balance up your diet. We will need to balance up the diet. So sometimes when we feed more on starch, like Miss Bill with rice, no, sometimes you will switch from the rice and mix it up. So we're just introducing that today, because tomorrow we'll have a lot of talking to do as far as pains on the knees. People say, some people will call it arthritis, but sometimes it's not even linked to that. You understand? Sometimes it could be as a result of injuries. Maybe you had a fall, accidents and so on can cause the whole production room. All right, thank you so much. So that's it there. We're just introducing that. Tomorrow we'll come talk more on the health and a little bit on the question for the day, and then we'll do something again on business. So thank you, Maricole. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you too for having me.
Yeah, thank you for giving that that participatory note as far as that question. We are not done. No, we're just introducing. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tomorrow is another day. We'll be here with our televiewers. There are a number of persons who want to say hi, but no time. Tomorrow we'll take you all on your various reactions. Thank you so much, production room. Central Mic, I remain your girl, Miss